Hello, everyone. So since there wasn't a huge turnout at back to school night, and because it kind of became more one-on-one meetings with people that were there, I did want to make a quick video to post for anyone else that was interested about just some kind of nuts and bolts for the course. So a few things about me. This is my seventh year teaching overall, third at Wheatland Union High School. It's normally great, although this year has presented plenty of challenges, but certainly not because of the kids. Do go look at your students' Google Classroom at the actual back to school night. I put a Google Doc into chat, but you can access the same from your students' classroom. Among some of the highlights on there are my email address, the extension for the classroom phone, and there's some information about how to join Remind if you're interested. I did show this quick video related to Google Classroom tips and tricks. And so, although some of it is more pertinent to lower division courses like my freshmen and sophomores, there are some helpful things here. So, we'll go ahead and hit that now as well. Hello, and thank you for being here. I just wanted to make this quick video for future reference in terms of some of the features of your students' Google Classroom and how to hopefully navigate it a little bit more efficiently and help your student stay on track and accountable. So before we even get into English specifically, I wanted to show you something just kind of on their base tile. So when they log into Google Classroom, this is kind of like what it will look like before they actually go to their class. Note that students do have the capability to drag this into any order that they want. So if there is a more convenient way for them to organize it, like by period or something like that, definitely worth encouraging them to do so. I did want to show you this to-do list, however, because I think this is a pretty nifty feature of Google Classroom. So this will show you any assignments that are due anytime soon for any of your students' classes. As you can see, you've got my class here, English, but you've also got work for the student for math and for Metal Shop and for Pirate Focus. So if you're looking for just kind of a quick, all right, what's due soon to kind of help students put it on a physical calendar, this is a good place to look. Let's go in and take a look just at a few things related to English specifically. And note that if your student is in my AP course or they're in my English 2 course, the assignment titles are slightly different, but the setup, which is kind of the important part, is the same. So this is just their stream. This is kind of where you'll see new announcements kind of day by day. And as you can see, it's also kind of been the place where many people have been kind of reaching out if they're having any kind of internet connection issues or anything like that. In your students' classwork tab, there are some useful resources here. As you can see, it is organized by week. And basically, I do go back and delete portals for really old assignments once they're more than 2 or 3 weeks old. It's one of those things, if you still see it, that means they can still turn it in at least for late work credit. And usually Wednesday mornings are the day that I'm revising this list. So anything you see currently would still be something they could turn in up until next Wednesday morning. The Zoom link to get into class is in the same place, and it's the same link every day. In fact, it might be the same link that some of you used to get here in the first place. And then there is a separate link for open office hours from 2:15 to 3:02 every day. So if your student wants to have a one-on-one face-to-face conversation, at least while we're in distance learning, that is the best way to do it. There are also some other posted methods of contact here that I wanted to make sure that you were aware of. So any of these methods will also take you to a method that your student can use to get in touch with me. The other thing I just wanted to point out here is I did want to talk a little bit about this View Your Work tab. However, to preserve the particular student's privacy who I'm logged in under right now, we're going to break out of the video, but there'll be an example of what it looks like on the next slide. So I don't really anticipate that there's going to be a huge need for this type of examination with AP students. All your kids are pretty much self-sufficient from what I've seen so far. But just in case anybody does get in trouble, it's good to check their View Your Work tab, and you can get a sort of lay of the land in terms of what is pending in terms of assigned but hasn't been due yet, what's been scored and returned, and what is missing. Also, I don't really expect this to be an issue in AP courses, but just know that students can and sometimes do turn in work without actually completing every single box. So if your student scores are low, make sure that you actually view the physical copy of their assignments before they submit. I can add you as a guardian if you'd like to Google Classroom, but just be prepared. It's a lot of emails. Also, just be aware, 99% of the time, the way work will be posted on Google Classroom will be such that they have their own copy of a doc template that's already pre-made. So all they have to do is open it up and start typing and hit the turn in button when they are done. AP has some different grading policies. The biggest thing is communication because at this stage as a college level course, generally late work is not accepted without communication. Grading categories are as follows, and these were in the syllabus too, so hopefully you've kind of already been exposed to them. Just want to conclude with what I know so far about the AP exam, which is not completely certain, but currently it is still scheduled to be an in-person exam, full exam, 55 multiple choice questions, 3 essays, a prose, a poetry, and a free response thematic analysis. Exam costs are $50 per test. Your students are registered on College Board, but last time I checked, it was about 50-50 in terms of whether they were actually paid for the exam as well. You do want to register ideally by October 16th. Because it becomes much more inconvenient to register after that point since you can't do it manually yourself. You have to go through our AP coordinator, and the actual exam is scheduled for Wednesday, May 5th currently. Obviously subject to change. Who knows exactly what 2020 is going to bring, but that's the plan so far. Please feel free to reach out if you have any questions, email, phone, or whatever method of contact from that doc that I referenced at the beginning works best for you. Thank you for your attention, and since it's a Friday for me, have a great weekend.